Hello there. Today you've got me, catch me at the moment starting a new game. I'm starting Disco Elysium. This is a game I know very little to nothing about, but it sounds very interesting. So here we go. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, just myself. I think I'll just go with the finger. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is addressed, even in the clearest water, if deep enough it can drown.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No, I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I want to get off now. I like pain and the burning light, and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
Told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much emotion. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Tell me, what's waiting for me?
There's this giant ball there. An evil ape. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's not large.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about. What's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose. Yes,
That's sad.
It is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean, drowned?
You lost.
The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Open eyes. Ooh. Door smashed in, clothes spewing, alcohol. In my just my pants and socks. Okay, so we got many options around us. Let's start with that. This magnum-sized bottle of Commando Red is empty. The reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was still playing. Yep, we'll take it all. Nice to have you walking around in your underpants now. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Fish them out.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. We got another option here. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have a center poet. Okay. Okay, so we broke that window by the looks of it.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Okay, visual calculus, easy 9, access to damage.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Okay, let's just do. That's just looking at. Okay, 92% chance to pass this. Okay.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a hard object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Assess the size of impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go and get that shoe.
The wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
I think the first things first, we get the shoe. So way out through here, do I've got to go through? Okay.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the timing. You swoop up and catch the top. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Okay, put on the light bulb.
Terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Okay, put again to turn lights off.
Are off.
Okay. So I'm just going to work out how to get to the balcony. There's something on the table. Some change. Yeah, we'll take that. And there is my shoe. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Okay.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now. Truth be told.
Okay. Bonuses from items. Okay. Just getting a feel from the menu here. Okay. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Okay, well, let's go back in then.
Hello, officer.
The calendar is March. It says the year is 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
Then why did you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, so...
She pulls on her cigarette. Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Okay, we got... That we won't do well. I might not know where I am, or who I am, or what Corpus Kimima is. How I know what one sounds like is I'm gonna go. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles.
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired. Her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
I might not know where I am, or who I am, or what a Corpus Kima is. How I know what one sounds like.
She nods.
But do I know when someone's not telling me the whole story, what I am doing here, and what's my case?
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
And why didn't you just tell me that?
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
Let's try the last one. Suggestion challenge 12. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. Yeah, this is going to go badly.
The words have already left your mouth.
Failure. In other words, I want to have a fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again.
I said I want to have sex with you.
No, you see, that's not what you said. You said...
But she was unable to finish, consumed with laughter.
Come on, man. Pretty please. One more time.
I said I want to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
I'm a cop of the apocalypse.
Has the time come already?
She raises an eyebrow. Cops walking around with no memory of who they are, saying what I just said. The end can't be more than 2 days away.
You're one intense cop. Anyone ever tell you that?
I wouldn't know. I have no recollection of anyone ever telling me anything.
Okay, so I have to ask. Do you really not remember? Just like that? You drank so much you lost your memory?
Nope. There's a massive otherworld mystery afoot here, and I am at the center of it.
In that case, I think I might have a premonition for you.
The silence is foreboding as she extinguishes her cigarette.
It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Looks like she'd left a nice on the stone ashtray. It's still smoking. This week's edition of the satirical newspaper Trom Le Monte. Let's go downstairs. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker's connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense. My soul's cubic contact is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. That's really gets a gauge on my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Finished thought.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird hangs among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. The small steel tag says as much. The Great Skua. Stegosaurus Skua.
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the door where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. A competent looks like this is the great. The small steel tag says as much.
Look, your buddy, why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Okay, well, I'm going with the other option. I'm a cop. I'll talk to whoever I
He
please.
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
What's the
I
difference?
have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
He shrugs.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
She just... What?
So now you recall. Oh, forget it.
The menus we want clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today is a man's handwriting. Oh, I'm just going to be picking everything up because I'm just sticky fingered like that. This is a water cooler. A large bubbling. Okay. A soft purr of electrical juice that comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Inside you catch a glimpse of the Union paraphernalia, striker poster and red pennants. The sign reads, Metal reserved for Union members. Door open 1600. This Royal Pinball machine is unplugged. Okay.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in an orange bomber jacket.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
His grip is firm.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Let's invent a name.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
I'm going with that one. I don't really know my name.
Okay then.
He processed the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him? Nods towards cafeteria man. Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay.
I
We'll have
haven't.
time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What were we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
He points to your jacket.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means Internal Affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
You mean the Rat Squad?
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
So you said insignia. These white rectangles you mean? Point to your sleeve.
Yes.
But they're just white rectangles.
They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Rivaston West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check your pockets.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was not on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, Soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down. After you,
Let's
officer.
go.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Okay. Okay. A door is bolted. A sign reads kitchen reserved till 1300. Summer door, closed for winter.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
The,
You
lieu-
run this place.
the lieutenant glances into his little notebook.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name.
Are you kidding me?
Kim is about to say something. Let him.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper and hands it to Lieutenant. Lieutenant asks, who made the call reporting the crime?
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He turns to you.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right then, questions. I've got
His
this.
face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
He points to the west.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Okay. Why did Sylvie go away?
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No, before I asked you where. Now I'm asking you why. she left.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
The lieutenant says. He opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in the small pocket. Didn't go well?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Before you said they hoisted him up a tree, who did you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
I have another
The
question.
lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Let's go.
That's all. Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounced the R with a mock-artistical
The
accent.
IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
By real, do you mean some form of street cred?
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
He points to the red ledger on his counter. But what exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts of reality.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. They use it for everything, really.
Interesting. Where do I get it from?
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Why do I need it?
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
Proceed and show him the coin fan. Is this money?
Yes, it is.
Count them and give them to him. That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm now down to 90, right?
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real. Yes,
But that's horrible.
it is.
He stands silently looking at the coppers on the counter.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
It does, doesn't it?
Darkness rides.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
He shrugs.
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I don't remember where my home is.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them. Ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
The man wants to say something, then thinks better of it.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I really don't remember.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South, maybe?
You don't really know, do you?
I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless? I only have a vague blackened image.
A vague blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace the way back somehow to this street, to that number on a building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Okay. Okay. Just still okay. Let's rewind. Let's trace our drunken steps back home. Jump across the Reeds Channel Bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Go to the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet. Courtyards. Scaring little children. Go under a great raised motor arc. Or trace. The 8/81 till you reach Le Dornoir in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of the year, caked with ice. Walk down the main to Petition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. Okay. While a rum's being knocked over, beautiful dark liquor is spilling out. Sleeping dock worker, a man is sleeping at a table wearing mud-capped boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
A colourful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Inspect the piece of plastic on his carbide.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John. The man does not
The
mind.
pills.
You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
How do I tell when I have morale damage?
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
And the man?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Does the lieutenant see me?
He's looking the other way, perhaps purposefully.
Swipe the pocketbook and take what's inside.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 Real. It feels nice and greasy. Yum yum. Money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee.
Steal the
You
documents.
slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document.
It's okay. Close the carbonine.
The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Well, let's see if we can wake him up now.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording now and continue in a moment. As usual, if you've watched this, thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys again later. Bye.